lovelies, hello family, hello friends. This is going to be so exciting. And do you love what you see? So this earring, I named this or I gave it a title, the tribal tree beaded fringe earring. And I feel it's the best to be called because of the pattern. And then also I need you to sit and stay with me because this is going to be a part 2 of this whole project you see right here. If you're a simple person, you don't need a fringe with it. I think it's just fine with just the earring stud and you are good to go. You can wear this to any occasion. You can give a friend. You can learn and teach somebody else as well, okay? Yes, so this is a very lovely tutorial and I'd like to thank all my subscribers, those passing by, those who just watch without subscribing, everybody who has made this journey possible for me. Yes, so thank you. Now before I continue, I'd like to tell you or inform you that I'll be using this for the earring lobe, which I didn't mention. It is not part of the materials from the beginning, okay? So it's a bright orange Toho bead, which I'll be using in this part of the project, okay? So I need you to sit and stay with me and let's continue with the second part. Hello guys, welcome back. Before we start the decrease, there's something I omitted. I want to add it, and in any case I don't think it's going to be a problem, okay, since you are waiting for me to start with the decrease. There was one last row I had to add, okay, to finish with the increase. So I'm going to add this row now. I'll start with 2 beads, okay, and then I go through the very first thread bridge. If you are just joining, please play back and then you will understand what I meant. In any case, the very first part is uploaded to this video, or the link is in the description area, so you can play and then watch, okay, so you understand what I mean by that, okay. Yeah, and I'll add another white bead. Then I'll continue with a black bead. And then I'm going to put 5 brown or orange beads. Did I say brown? Orange beads, 5 orange beads. Now I'll be doing the rest off camera, guys, since you already know the steps, okay? So let me just finish and then start with a decrease, because it's supposed to be a decrease tutorial, right? But I'm just adding it up. I'm just trying to tell you that it's also part of the pattern in case you are following it step by step. Now let's begin with the decrease. So with the decrease, I'm going to pick 2 white beads. And then instead of me to go through the very first thread bridge, I'll go through the second thread bridge, like that. I hope you can see. Like that. And then I pick 1 black bead, a white bead, an orange bead, another orange bead, and then 2 more orange beads. So I'll pick the third orange bead, then I add another, the last orange bead. So the next thing to do is that we're going to continue or repeat what you see here. So white will be here, and then black, then 2 white beads. Okay, and then in this case you make sure that it decreases. Now look at the decrease. What happens to decrease when you start on the second thread bridge? See what happens here. It shifts, right? And then we begin to make the decrease. You would see it if you do it well. Okay, so just you know, follow this pattern, or even if it's not a pattern you want to follow, just follow how the increase and decrease is done. Now I should have told you the row that we are on right now. So this is actually the very first row of the decrease. Okay, so in all we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so the last row was for the increase was on the 12th row, or the 12th number. So the decrease starts with the 13th row. Okay, so we continue with the decrease. With the decrease, I'm going to pick a white and a black bead, like so. Then I still put it on a second thread bridge. So with the decreases, the beginning of every row should start from the second thread bridge. And you pick another black bead, then you pick a white bead, and then 3 orange beads. So they will come one by one. First one, second, and third. Yeah, so we're going to repeat the white one, 2 black beads, and then the white. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do the rest off camera. Okay, so you can continue with that. So on that next row, we pick 2 white beads and you continue with the second thread bridge. Now you pick a black bead, I love this pattern, you know, it's very, very nice. I always say you don't need the same pattern, you just have to know how to increase and decrease, and then later on you can add your own you know, pattern to it, in case if only you know how to decrease and increase. In the future it can be, you know, creating your own patterns. So we continue with 2 orange beads in the middle. So I pick 1 orange bead, then another orange bead, yeah, and then I'll be repeating white, black, and 2 white beads on the other side. Yeah. Now we're done with the 15th row. I'm not even counting because it's so clear. So we continue with the 16th row. We pick a white and black bead, and then as usual we continue from the second thread bridge. Then we pick a white bead, another white bead, then an orange bead. Yeah, so we're going to repeat white, 2 white beads, black and white bead on the other side. I believe you can do this. All right. Now, after I was done with the 16th row, I had to finish with the 17th row because I knew it was all black beads, which didn't have any pattern. So, though it's part of the pattern, but I think it's going to be easier. So, I had to do it off camera. Okay. Yeah. So, we continue with the other or with the next row, which I picked 2 white beads, and we're going through the second thread bridge as usual. Another white bead, then a black bead in the middle, and then I'm going to repeat the 3 white beads on the other side. Now we continue with the next row. So I pick 2 white beads. Now you could see everything is decreasing. Yeah, 2 white beads, and then 1 black bead, another black bead, and then 2 white beads will be repeated on the other side. This earring is already looking gorgeous. We are still doing this. We are not even done yet. And so we are on the 20th row. Sorry if I'm not counting as I move, because the pattern is so simple to count. So I start with a white and a black bead, and then another black bead, and then the next black bead. then finish it off with the last white bead. Sorry, I'm off camera sometimes. Yeah, so I'm going to add the 4 white beads here, and then 3 white beads down, and that'll be all. But I have to do this off camera because it's not something that I have to show. I mean, I can show it, but I feel it's easier for you. So it doesn't have any pattern. It's just 4 white beads and 3 white beads, and that'll be all. Okay, and then we go ahead to add or attach our stud. Now the brick stitch part is done now, and I would like to, in any case, I'm going to add my fringes on the sides. Yes, but before I do that, I'd like to attach my you know, stud to the earring. You can leave it at like this without even adding any fringe, and it will still look nice. But for the sake of I mean, teaching you or showing you this as a tutorial, I'd like to remove this, and then later on in the third part of the video I would attach it once again. I'm talking about a new thread, and then start with my fringes. Okay, now before I do that, I would have to go through some of the beads, okay, before I remove the thread to secure the whole project, because this is a working thread. Now to help me attach my stud, I'll be using this Toho bright orange beads. So I pick 2 beads. Now this is my stud. This is how it looks like with the back. I pick 2 beads, and then I go through my stud. Then I pick another 2 beads like that. It's going to stay in the middle, okay, and then I go through, sorry, off camera, then I go through the bead here like that. Okay, so it's going to be like this, and then we go back again, and I'm using this bright red because this is what I'll be using for the fringes. Okay, yes, so you have to watch the part 3 of this tutorial to know how to add fringes, to in case you are somebody who wants something extra. You can watch the part 3 of this tutorial. And then I go back again, so you'll be going through this 2 to 3 times to secure the loop, the loop. Like that again. And the brick stitch part is done, guys. Look at that. I'm going to add or attach some fringes on the sides like that. Let me wear this for you to see how they look on me. I know from the beginning I wore it, but in case you don't know how to wear an earring, so this is the back of it, and then you just put it like that at the back. Okay, all right, you just this is how it goes, and then you push to secure it so it doesn't fall. Look at that, how lovely this looks. And you are done. Tell me you don't love what you see. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and please if you don't need the same color beads, you can use any color, any beads you want, but I would prefer that you start with 15 O's to 10 O seed beads, and it will work perfectly for you. All right, so thank you so much for your time. Thanks for your subscription, and please, when you have to subscribe, don't forget to press on the notification for new uploads in the future, so we can work and learn together. And if you're somebody who has different kinds of beads and you don't know what to do with them, especially seed beads, you can click on these videos that you see on your screen right now. Click them right now after this video and watch new projects. Okay, this way I believe you would have different suggestions on how to use your beads at home. So don't hesitate to click them. Just click them and watch them right now after the end of this video, and I believe you're going to be happy. You would know how, or if it's going to give you new ideas on how to use your resting beads at home. All right, thank you guys, thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you are part of this journey. Please don't leave me. Okay, subscribe, share, comment, like, and in the end we are going to be one big happy family. All right, so thank you for this growth, and I'm going to see you on my next tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye.